Here we go. It is time for the HODL review right here on the chain. This is going to be a quick whirlwind, just as we do every stream here. We're going to go through a lot of different things in a very short period of time. So I hope you've got your seatbelt on. Hopefully you got your coffee because you're going to need it. You're going to need to stay awake. Big question is today, what is the type of coffee that you're drinking? Today, I've got the Segfredo Espresso, ground the beans. You get whole beans, ground them up, you get the flavors. It has the right consistency, the oils on it. Good, look at that. Look at that color. Oh my God. Oh, it smells good. Tastes good. This is definitely the coffee of choice for today. What is up, Pickle Rick? 40 cents. It was 37 cents the last time I looked. Things are happening. This is the Moon Coffee. You better believe it. Moon Coffee. What is up, When Mullet? Bro, what's up? When Mullet, what's up? Oh, that's good stuff. How you like me now, XRP? Because that is that is the conversation. Whoops. Hey, where'd that go? Here we go. Things pounce in. You try to throw it up there, and everyone is coming in. Farshad, what's going on? Good to see you. Great morning today. Great day in the crypto space. It's actually pretty astonishing because what we're going to talk about and we're going to look at are the gains that we're seeing. And we're seeing massive gains across the board. But one thing that we're going to focus in on is really to look at, and you could look at all the cryptos, but XRP, BTC, ETH, is crypto now better than gold? Because there's a lot of financial leaders out there that are coming out and saying exactly that. We're seeing more and more individuals in the big financial space that are buying into crypto, putting lots of money into crypto. We just saw another one put 10% of his asset into crypto. So those are things that we want to cover. And all of this stuff, everything is going to start right now. Bam! Look at that. That was great. That music is good. Get you fired up. Get you fired up. I see Chip is just bounced in here. Texas Crypto's in here. 39 cents. It's time to sell. It's time to sell. All right, here we go. Let us get this going. Where are we? Where do we need to go? What are we going to look at? The first thing I want to look at, because yeah, we got to do it. We've got to look at this. Here we go. CoinGecko. Look at that. Look at these growth numbers. Now, if we could look back in the 2017 period right before Thanksgiving, it's very, very reminiscent of that period of time. There's a couple new players in the space that are sitting here in the top 10, Polkadot being one of them. Litecoin, there's Litecoin right there. I was going to say, where'd Litecoin go? Litecoin is seeing some immense growth. I mean, it's amazing, right? It was hovering back in the 40s. Now right here at 83 with a 26.7% gain in the past 7 days. But none of the digital assets, not one of them in the top 10 has seen 50% gains in the past 7 days. There's only one. There's only one. Look at that right there. 49% in the past 7 days, and that is XRP. So are we going to get all crazy and fanatic about XRP? We're going to look at this and we're going to say, holy cow, in the past 7 days, we've finally seen momentum and growth. The best stable coin in existence that's hovered at 24, 25 cents has now gone up by almost 50%. What is up, Farshad, man? I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, man. You're always super supportive. One day I'll be able to support you and get some of your ice cream. I don't think we have it over here, but but thank you very much. Good morning, Gavin. What is up, man? Everybody's fired up. Everyone should be fired up, man. Things are looking up. You know, is there going to be a retrace? You know, that is the big $1 million question. But when we look at this, you know, the positive thing is that for any naysayers that have been out there, or anyone that was trying to avoid the space, or the one thing that we've all known this entire time is that mainstream influx into the digital asset space is going to push things to a completely new level. Forget about the politics, because all the, you know, external politics do impact and influence whether or not we're going to get regulation on this. Politics can also influence whether or not they crush some of the growth and slow down some of the growth. But it's not a matter of can they stop it completely, because that's out of the bag. We've already all agreed to the fact that digital assets are 100% here to stay. And we're seeing more and more governments coming out and making big statements about digital currency, digital assets. And we're going to look at a few of them today. We're going to look at some of the big institutions, some of the big wealthy individuals that are leaders in institutions that are saying, what the heck's going on? I've got to get money into this space. And there's some that are saying that, I forget, we'll look at the article, a certain percentage of millionaires are all going to be moved into the digital asset space. But look at this. I mean, it's pretty much green as far as the eye can see. You can look out there and be like, oh my God, look at that. Look at it. Just growth, growth, growth. Oh, except for this one. Oh, that's just a flat Binance US dollar stable coin. But look at this. I mean, it just keeps going and going. Even look at this one here. Look at Dogecoin hovering in the 0.002 for a little while, 0.0033. And I even have some Dogecoin that I found a little while ago that it was just sitting there. I mean, so I'm excited about the Doge. I'm sure you guys are too. I'm looking for something specific here in the list, and I think I've flown right past it. But the one token that I knew was going to grow, and I just wish I would have gotten into a lot earlier. The key is I got in the under $2 point, and I've still seen some nice growth on it, which is Celsius Networks, CEL, the CEL, which is the native token on the Celsius platform. This one is really, I knew, I had the expectation of growth. I'm happy I got into it personally. I did my research and I said, hey, you know what? I feel that if Binance can do what Binance did with theirs, if BitTrue can do what BitTrue did with their BTR, then Celsius 100% can see some massive growth with the incoming influx of monies that are, and digital assets that are moving over to the Celsius platform. Not shilling it, nothing. But you look at this. This is, just a little inkling of my research on it. Obviously, we've interviewed the guy multiple times from that platform, so I felt good about it. But you look at Binance Coin, this thing sitting at $29. It had fallen back to like $12 or $13, and look at that growth back. It's been in this space before at this level, but if Binance can do it, then why can't Celsius see, some similar types of growth? So to me, it was fair. Then you've got all of these decentralized assets over here with like Yearn Finance. We saw this thing go all the way up to almost 40,000, all the way back to 12,000. There's obviously some bag holders that maybe they bailed. I don't know, but there's definitely some bag holders out there that were in that $40,000 point. But the key here is what do we have? 2 years of nonstop discussion and growth and excitement over here, and check it out. And so 2 years, and Bitcoin is getting back to its all-time high. So if there are any bag holders out there that were in that $20,000 spot that were able to hold out and say, you know what, I'm in at 20,000 and I'm just going to sit it out. It's got to go. It's got to go. Got it. Could you imagine at 20,000, you're sitting there for 2 years and now you're getting to that point of all-time highs again. So, I mean, it's right there. It's hovering. And now we're seeing the entire market is being pulled in that same direction. Lots of talk about Ethereum right now. Ethereum with 150% growth from its low not that long ago. We saw some lows in the like around 140, 100 and sub 200, let's call it, not that long ago. We're talking about months, so in this past week, 8% growth, but Ethereum with massive 150% growth from some of its lows. Bitcoin just from September when it was hovering around 10,000, we're talking about an 80% growth, in Bitcoin. So, I mean, that's amazing, but none, like XRP here, we've seen some big moves, 50% just in the past 7 days, from some of its lows. So it's really, really impressive, to what we're seeing across the board. And I just had to start with that. I thought it was exciting. It's why so many of us are here, is to see, can this space continue to build the momentum and still grow? So haven't been on there yet. Haven't seen what Coinbase is trading it at, but 41 cents is exciting. When Mullet is saying it's still amazing that Coinbase is even up, there's been some suspicion that Coinbase had gone down before. Can it go down again? In the heyday, it always seems when there's a lot of things that when there's a lot of movement, then that's when Coinbase seems to go down. So as Farshad said, 50 cents incoming. Throw in some of your suggestions into the chat. What do you guys think? What is the next step? If we're at 41 cents right now in Coinbase, what is the next step for XRP? When do you guys think Bitcoin is going to hit its all-time highs again? So we're not that far off. We are not that far off. And as When Mullets talks about here, XRP blew right through 2 fib retracements this morning. So it's gaining the momentum. So when you look at technical analysis, you look at TA, there's a lot of elements that are obviously missing that you don't get in a typical traditional stock, with actual profits and things like that. But in this case, obviously, if you're looking at technical analysis, you're looking at the momentum of those and the confidence levels of those that are investing. So it's looking at all those different variables to see and show some of that momentum. So When Mullet, glad you brought that up. So a lot of good things here. Who do we have over here? We've got Jackson coming in from Twitter. Let's see what he's got here. If XRP moons, I'm going to get an Xbox and a PS5. Hey man, that's awesome. Just stick to the PlayStation. We know that's a lot better. Stick to the PS4, PS5, and then we'll meet on there sometime. XRP. Where is my XRP? And then how about some of that XDC? So I happen to have an opportunity to jump into some of that XDC, and that's going pretty good too. Man, here's another one. They just keep falling out of the sky. It's like manna from heaven. Another one from Farshad. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Another $9.99, because 2020 is an amazing year and it keeps developing. How great it is. We love 2020. So I think that's we've got AJ looking for his Xbox and his PlayStation. PlayStation's for everybody. Darcy B with the XDC. Everybody's loving that XDC. XDC is going up as well. And for those that are in XRP, don't forget, December 12th is the snapshot date to get the Spark token. So that's coming up Man, it's going to be weeks. It's amazing how fast it is. We've got Thanksgiving over here coming up this coming week, and my brain is still thinking about, we're just going through Halloween, and people are now talking about the holidays, and soon it's going to be New Year's, and then it's going to be like 95 degrees, and it's going to be summertime over here all over again. But no, so there's, just this is great. It's awesome, super exciting. Glad to see it. Really glad to see it. All right, now let's go over here. Let's look and see what is pulling this space forward. What is the momentum from those that are in the know, so to speak? Let's call it that. Hey, just a quick notice on that one. I appreciate that. I'm glad that when Mullet brought this up, but just to show, not sure what's happening here with all this, but I really do think it's magic. I think that's really the bottom line. Everything that we're seeing within this digital asset space, the only way to explain it, magic. 100%. Make sure you get that one. Hit that subscribe. If you're new and you haven't been here before, then subscribe. That button's right down there. If you're here and you haven't hit the thumbs up button, I don't know what you're waiting for. Especially if you're watching on your phone, it's right there. Just a little click away. Unless you're like one of those guys when you're driving and, and it's too difficult to hit the signal. I mean, I'm guilty of it, but, you're turning, you're like, I got to turn right, or I'm changing lanes. But, that signal, to hit that signal is just too difficult, because it's like right over there. And if I hit it, I just consumed energy that I don't want to consume. So I'm just going to turn without signaling. Maybe that's the same thing. And then you can always support us. You can go buy some coffee. Drink your coffee. Magic is in the air. Man, all right. So we can keep talking about this, and then it's going to be tennis time. All right, let's see. Here we go. Why can't I share this? Here we go. Okay. All right. Sharing time. Millionaires. How many millionaires are out there? How many are going to FOMO into this space over the next few months? There you go. Let's look at this article, because millionaires are going to FOMO into this space. Look at that. 73% will own Bitcoin by 2022, according to some survey. Now, I don't know how they took this survey. Sounds good, but a new global poll by the DeVere Group shows that 73% of millionaires will invest in cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP before the end of 22, or are already investing in them. The findings came as the price of Bitcoin rallied past $18,000. Now, who is the DeVere Group? Apparently, it's a large independent financial advisory firm. Now, they're looking at their clients, their high net worth clients. Maybe these guys are already invested in the digital asset space, maybe not. But what's exciting about this idea is that we see firsthand how many of these big financial institutions, how many of these big high net individuals are moving money into a space that they feel is going to give them some growth, is going to give them some return. Now, when you're in that space, you look at your portfolio and you're seeing growth, you're seeing opportunity, and it's FOMO. Everyone buys into FOMO. So especially right now, we saw the same thing back in 2017 where, the media, everybody was hyping it and there was so much FOMO. So how much FOMO is actually going to push things to the next level? What is FOMO going to do to the price point of XRP as an example? So, here we go. This, no. Skipped it, missed it. Here we go. I saw this come up here, but the propagandist is with us today. And if you're not subscribed yet, I know you're over on the Twitter thing, but if you find your way over to YouTube at some point, hit that subscribe button. But love to have you. Keep following us on Twitter. I think after the snapshot in 12/12, there will be a huge red candle. That's a good possibility. It's kind of like, of the Spark token, it's a definitely distinct possibility, and maybe even, we'll see what happens, but that could be a good possibility, especially as things go up, typically there's a retracement, there's a pullback. People are selling off to to capture some of their profits. The question is, with a spark, are people going to keep it, or are they going to try to flip it and just get rid of it? And that's going to go, push it down. So, I kind of agree with that. Tax rate on crypto is your tax rate. So we need to change that, Ross. I mean, that definitely has to change. Go talk to your CPA, talk to your accountant, figure that out. But as Wen Mullet is saying here, it's the same as your capital gains, short and long-term rules apply, just like if you're buying stock, buy and sell. Every transaction within the crypto space is a taxable event. So keep that in mind as you're buying and selling, that every one of those events is taxable. So if you come in XRP and you switch it over to something else to buy something else, and you had a gain in that transaction, that's taxable. So keep that in mind, and go talk to your accountant for better advice. Let's see here. We got the next. Look at this. We're going to keep talking because now we're at 42 cents. 42 cents is exciting. Not sure why I closed our observation portal here. And now we're going to have to switch over to this one because I'm missing it real time. On CoinMarketCap, it looks like we're hovering at 0.446 with a 52% gain in the last 7 days. Market cap of 18 billion. 18 billion with a B. That's the market cap. Total trade volume of XRP, 10 billion, 10.7 billion trade with a total circulating supply of 45 billion. 45.3 billion XRP out there being circulated. All the rest sitting in reserve. Just sitting. All right. Boom. Get out of there. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. 45 cents by noon. Maybe we can hit 45 cents before 9 o'clock. That's what we're pulling for. And Tony Fisk, I don't know, man, but I think it is magic. So make sure you build that secret underground mansion, and tell us, don't tell us about it. All right. So we saw what they're doing over there. We're going to go. It's going to kind of go like this. The rest of the things we're going to talk about. It's going to be interesting indeed. So let's just bounce over to one of the things that we talked about last time was, why are we seeing certain countries like Venezuela, getting into digital asset? Why are they getting into digital asset? Why is it important for them? What are some of the things that are happening over there that we don't want to happen over here? And one of them happens to be a shortage of oil. Now, how is this going to impact everything else that happens down there? But this was just posted on Thursday. Desperate for fuel, Venezuelans steal crude and make their own gasoline. Crazy, right? So Venezuelans desperate for fuel after months of shortages have begun stealing crude from idled fields owned by state oil company Petróleos de Venezuela, and distilling homemade gasoline, distilling their own gas. I mean, talk about ingenuity. That's what happens when the government tries to squash you. The people are always going to find ways to get around it. And the people of Venezuela are highly intelligent, and they can figure out how to get beyond the oppression of a fascist socialist government regime, and figure out how can they survive. Now, here's a country that went from 1.3 million barrels per day to probably around 300,000. The entire country is in the toilet, and the people have moved to digital asset as a salvation for their money, as a saving grace for where everything goes. So that is something that we need to avoid over here. We want to make sure that we're very observant and cognizant of what digital assets can mean to some of these other countries. And so when we see, like in Venezuela, the shortages of oil and what people need to do to survive, then you realize that's crazy. We need to make sure that we stay free and safe over here, and we have to focus on our economic gains and growth in the US. So a part of that is making sure that our government officials at the highest level are understanding the significance of the digital asset space to provide the correct regulatory environment, the right regulatory clarity in order for these companies to continue to exist in this country, not overseas anywhere else. So we've seen some murmurings from Ripple that's been talking about, oh, we're going to open up our offices someplace else, and they're going to move their corporate headquarters and leave the U.S. environment as far as their corporate address. I don't believe that they're going to leave a U.S.-based or North American-based headquarters from here. But let's say Canada said, you know what, we're going to be more crypto friendly. We're going to have proper regulation. Or let's say Mexico decides to be more regulatory friendly to digital asset. Would Ripple then move their entire operation and put their primary address for North and Central America in Mexico instead of in San Francisco? I think there, and I've said this before, I think it was a huge mistake that they even opened an office in a state that is super oppressive and high taxation, all of that. But that's their problem, you know, not ours. But the thing is that these countries or these companies are looking for countries that are going to be more amicable to what they want to do. And Mexico, surprisingly enough, has also got some big individuals over there that are saying, what in the world is going on with this digital asset space? They want some of this moonshot. They want some of this FOMO because Mexican billionaire Ricardo Pliego, he invested 10% of his liquid portfolio in Bitcoin. This is so much more than what the MicroStrategy guy did, much more than what the PayPal guy did. Yeah, we're talking about 10% of his liquid portfolio is now in Bitcoin. Now, this is the guy down in Mexico. He says that crypto shields against wealth expropriation. So what do we think about that terminology? What do we think about that statement about wealth expropriation? You know, what does that mean? You know, who is then trying to take the wealth? So here he says, the billionaire says the top crypto protects the wealth of private citizens from getting expropriated. So imagine now you're a billionaire and the government said, hey, we're short on cash. Hey, you know what? We want to put this new Green Deal in place that's going to destroy the economy. But in order to pay for it, we're going to turn to the guys that struggled at all their life. They spent hours and hours and hours and hours a day, maybe working, 12 hours every single day of their life, sacrificing everything in their life in order to build their business and grow their net worth. But then the government is going to want to turn to those individuals and say, we want 50, 60, 70% of all your wealth. And we want to bring your standard from here down to here. We don't want to bring anyone at the bottom tier up. We want to bring all the people at the top tier down. So this individual, this wealthy, he's the second richest person in Mexico, investing 10% of his liquid portfolio into Bitcoin. He sees it again as a mechanism, a safety net, so to speak, to put his wealth in a place that can remain untouched by the governments. Right now, this guy's worth $11.9 billion, right? He's joining a growing list of millionaires and billionaires and corporations that are adding Bitcoin to their investment. So this is huge. This is massive of what his movement is going to mean to the rest of the world, but most importantly, the rest of Central and South America. It's huge. It's a big, big move from him. Now, we don't know what he's in. We just know he put 10%. Well, we're assuming he put everything into Bitcoin, which is definitely possible. But look at that right there. XRP 0.42, Ethereum 517, Litecoin 83.99. Holy crap. It's just like, it's insane, right? But we gotta stay focused. We gotta really understand the dynamics that are at play here with every one of these international investors. What are they thinking about? What are we thinking about over here? Because as we start getting into government and we start looking into geopolitics, then none other than the digital nomad investor decides to pop into the stream. He might have been snooping around in the background, but then as we start bringing up geopolitics, boom, that's who starts talking right there. What's stopping Ripple from doing business in 190 plus countries around the globe without moving their office? Tax ramifications are the main reason to domicile elsewhere. Exactly. DNI, spot on. Go to Ireland, 15% corporate tax, and the Guinness is a lot better than it is over here. That's one motivation. That's why they could potentially move their corporate office over to Ireland somewhere, but probably not. All right, Michael Atu, make no mistake, a coin will explode. The whole Africa is going to get behind the city of a coin. Exactly. Africa's transitioning in the right direction. I love it. I love seeing what's going to happen over in Africa because Africa has been suppressed and oppressed by the world elitists for way too long. They haven't had the opportunity to grow up, so to speak, into the economy. And this is the one opportunity they have to become fully self-sufficient without the imposition of any of these other world powers. So it's going to be exciting to see what the opportunities are coming out of Africa. But I think we're going to see in Africa too, we're going to see a lot of input, coming out of parts of Asia, like India as an example. India is another place that has immense opportunity. So when we talk about adoption, we keep thinking about Europe, we keep thinking about the US, but when you look at population growth, obviously over in the big red sea on the other side over there, we're not going to see potentially the same type of growth as the government, tries to clamp down and oppress the growth within the digital asset space, where in turn they see it as a potential competitive force to their own centralized digital currency that they're trying to roll out in the region to try to gain a little extra momentum and control. Whereas when we look at like a country like India with 1.2, 1.3 billion people, that's also struggling a little bit with the government and the central bank over there, they're a little bit in opposition and conflict to having something compete with the rupee. However, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to actually see, some positive growth. But we're talking about adoption of, over 1 billion people over there. What is that going to do to the digital asset space in general? When people want to migrate and move wealth, where are they going to put it? Where and when in history have people had the opportunity to freely invest where they want, when they want, how they want? It's never existed before until we see what's happening within the digital asset space. So if you're overseas in, let's say, Europe, and you want to invest into the New York Stock Exchange, it's not so easy. It's not like you can just get onto your platform and start investing without going through an exchange over in Europe, and it makes it very difficult. For years, you couldn't hold other currencies, so you can't just all of a sudden invest. Even if you're doing, FX trading, the average person couldn't just hold euro in some account. You couldn't hold dollars in some account. You can't, but now, and getting different stocks in different markets. If I want to go and buy stock over in India, how am I going to do that? How am I going to get stock in a company over in India that's not on the New York Stock Exchange? How difficult would it be to do that when I see positive growth in a company I want to invest, but I can't? There's specific rules and limitations. But now with the digital asset space, hell, I can invest in a company in Africa. People in Africa can invest in Ripple and XRP, and they're easily doing it because they have the freedom to do it. That is what is, exciting. That's what's going to keep pushing the space forward, is the excitement and the open opportunity, for people all over the place. So Darcy B, as of 8:38, 43 cents. We're just going to keep talking. We got to keep it going. Keep the momentum. Keep it real. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. It's exciting. And then people look, man, you want to see, from a political perspective, check out Twitter. You can see some of my thoughts, that I've been dropping some bombs over there. But man, it's all about freedom. It's all about freedom to do what you want to do and build up what you want to build. And we're going to see that happen. We're going to see the momentum, but it's our open ideas that's going to allow it to happen. It's everybody here that's sitting in this chat this morning that's going to allow it to happen. It's all of us. We are we're the grassroots, so to speak, that's going to help keep pushing this momentum forward, and it's our belief structure. So, all right, let's bounce over. Belarus. What in the world? Where is Belarus? What is Belarus? Has anyone heard of Belarus? You guys know what that is? Where is Belarus? How did Belarus? Belarus is here, but it's like all the way at the bottom of my list over here. Yeah, Darth Vader. I got to keep talking. That's why I'm just like got to pick up my pace and keep the XRP momentum going. I feel like I'm on the hamster wheel. I'm the one that's I'm the one. I got to go. So, coffee. We need the coffee. Go on. I'm running low too. That's how we judge when we have to stop streaming, because the coffee runs out. And then what do? Then you got to drink water. All right. 44 people in on a Saturday morning. We got people from all over the world with us, which is phenomenal. Love having everybody here with us. So it's outstanding. All right. What happened to Belarus? Where are we? Belarus. Look at this. Check this out. Belarus state-owned bank launches cryptocurrency exchange. What's one of the things that we talked about? One of the things we talked about is the merging of banks and cryptocurrency exchanges. What is up, Chuck Real? So, Belarus state-owned bank, they're getting into crypto. Why are they getting into crypto? They're like, we're a state-owned bank. Here we go. They teamed up with local crypto payments firm Whitebird to launch a crypto exchange. I wonder if they see the writing on the wall. Maybe it's important for them. I don't know. Maybe they see that the crypto space is blowing up and they need a little piece of that. So let's see. It rolled out on November 13th. So we've been a week in already, allowing customers to buy and sell crypto through Visa card payments. That's exciting. They can buy with Visa, so they can easily do it. And exchange assets for Belarusian and Russian rubles, US dollar, and euros. That's pretty cool. I've never seen a Belarusian ruble, but I'm sure it looks pretty cool. Right now, only the citizens of the Republic of Belarus and the Russian Federation can enjoy Belarus's bank. Now, think about this. So Belarus is reaching out and saying, if you're in Russia, you can invest here. When you're in Russia, not so much, right? So Russia is really also clamping down on the exchanges. We see kind of a love-hate relationship. Not sure exactly how that's going to all unfold, but we definitely see, some ripples in that relationship. Love-hate. So let's see here. Boom. All right, let's go to the next one. So what we have to do, we have to keep sharing and unsharing, and then eventually we get to the thing that we want to talk about. So what was the next thing I wanted to talk about? This one here, because we're starting to see, we just talked about Sir John, what is up? We just talked about Africa. Ripple partners Zago utilizing XRP to move money across Africa, right? So we're not cross-border. Think about all those countries within Africa. They need to quickly, easily, and transparently move money all over Africa. So what do? They operate a regulatory compliant XRP South African Rand. That's exciting. That bypasses traditional payment rails and allows customers to move money quickly across borders. We need that kind of movement. What is one of the things? Now, you look around the world, I'm a little dropping some knowledge bombs here, but what is one of the reasons why the United States became so successful? Now, there's a lot of reasons, but what are some of the prime reasons that in the U.S., as a body, all the states combined into one, why is the U.S. so successful? One, common language. So it's easy to communicate. Number two, common currency, right? So we're all using the same currency in the U.S. Doesn't matter if I'm in California or New York, my money's worth the same and I can transact the same. Well, in California, it's not worth as much because California is overtaxed and everything's way too expensive. So your dollar doesn't go as far, but you guys get the point. So now if you look at places like South America, why do all the South American countries struggle? We don't see a lot of inner workings. mainly because even though they have the common language, they don't have the common money. They don't have the common, politics. They don't have the common mindset, so bringing it together. They tried to recreate that in Europe, not so successfully. Let's leave it at that. But in Africa right now, what they're trying to accomplish through the digital asset space is allowing for all of these transactions to happen seamlessly and transparently, and allowing these developing nations to boom. We want to see massive growth at a fast pace. And this is what is going to allow it to happen, being able to transact and move money quickly between borders, regardless of politics, regardless of economics, moving money. So if I could take my $100 in XRP and I can move it from here to Zimbabwe, from South Africa, convert it from the Rand over into an XRP or whatever digital asset you want, and move it over to Botswana or to Kenya or wherever it's going to go, boom, and it's there. And I want to develop something. I want to buy something. I want to buy that real estate. Boom. Here you go. Here's $1 million in XRP. Okay, great. Boom, done. But right now, the whole process, the politicized process, super difficult. So, all right, no tether. Get away. Keep away with the tether. Now, here we go. Here is where things get even more interesting. Okay, let me get rid of all these things we don't need. 847. Uh-oh. Got 59 on the stream, 40 minutes in, and we're drinking coffee. Check this out. Get ready for this one, okay? Because this one is when we start seeing that momentum. Everything's pushing in a certain direction around the world, where we know the financial guys know, the guys in the know that they know which direction they're moving in. They know what's happening, right? Deutsche Bank. Investors increasingly choose Bitcoin over gold to hedge dollar risk and inflation. That's Deutsche Bank. That's a statement from Deutsche Bank. I love all of these different websites. They've got great articles. They're pulling great information. So big shout out to Bitcoin.com and the Daily Hodl and all the others that we've been using. Forget about the lamestream media sources, all garbage, all of it garbage, except sometimes you might find something that pops up there on Reuters, occasionally something interesting on Bloomberg, but turn off Fox News, forget about CNN, forget about CNBC, all that stuff, just garbage, all of it. It's amazing what nonsense. And there's so many great smaller platforms that are providing real information and doing real research. Forget about the actors that go on TV. Nobody wants that junk. So Deutsche Bank strategist Jim Reed reportedly wrote that investors are increasingly demanding to use Bitcoin instead of gold. That's awesome. It was published by JP Morgan analysts that shows institutional investors moving from gold to Bitcoin. What do we talk about a lot? The institutional investors are making their moves. Why are they making their moves? Because they realize where the money is. They see firsthand the money is in that direction, and they're going to move there. So we got to follow the money. You got to do your research, take a look, see where they're moving. And then we start seeing the actual growth and development in the space. Are we there at this point? That's the question. Trying to analyze and really understanding this latest craze, this bump. What is the bump? What's the causation of it? Is it the influx of monies coming from all these financial institutions and starting to see this this mindset coming from the wealthy? Because if you see individuals putting in millions and millions and millions of dollars, then it's going to push the space. And are they doing it quick? Are financial institutions typically move relatively slow, dip their toe in the water, but now we're starting to see some interesting. So the question is, does it last, or is there going to be a major pullback? Well, let's see, November 17th, and let's see if these guys can be accurate, because without all good, there's always the guys out there, there's always the naysayers, and the naysayers are always going to say, here's a futures and Forex expert predicts sharp Bitcoin reversal is imminent as traders get sucked into the hype. So we got to look at all other sin. Now look at this. So this was, what's today, 21st? 4 days ago. He's talking about Bitcoin traders should exercise caution as it hovers above the $16,000 mark. So, on TradingView is actually, pretty cool. They've got some good stuff. But Mark Principato, the executive director of trading investment analyst from Greenbridge Investing, he thinks it's dangerous to go long on Bitcoin with a chance that some will take profits at the leading cryptocurrency current levels, blah, blah, blah. Don't get sucked in. It went over 15,000. So you got to do your own research, figure it out. We don't know. What is this guy's, history? What is his passion? What is he investing? Is he investing? Is he not investing? Hard to say, but look at this though. He says the broader trend remains bullish and a move to 20,000 is possible in the months ahead. So what he's basically saying is keep your eye on it. Look at what's going to happen. There's a possibility of a big reversal. Don't get stuck holding the bag as many did back in 2018 when it went from 20,000 all the way back down. But the question is, and the question remains, is this the moment that it keeps an upward trajectory? Is it going to pull all the way back again to 10,000? Is it possible that it can pull back to 3,000? Does XRP hit a big number and then retrace all the way back to its comfort zone of 24, 25 cents? I think it's a relative unknown. However, as you start seeing, the momentum and those that are moving into this space, that is where, we start seeing, the excitement here. So now, we have to look at the strategists because, there's strategists on all sides, right? These strategists could be good, bad, indifferent. Everyone's got their opinion. They're all doing their research. And that's why it's so important you do your own. But this was 5 days ago. Top crypto strategist is bullish on XRP as a number of whales invested in crypto asset hits all-time high. So yes, they are starting to see more and more and more. But look at this. Check this out. So this analyst, just 5 days ago, he said that he believed that XRP is going to exceed 33 cents, which is 22% over its level of 27 cents at the time of the writing. So did it do it? Did it hit the numbers that he expected it to hit 5 days ago? Can it? It did. It hit that. What is it at right now? Does anybody see? Anybody know? Why did I shut that screen again? I have no idea why I shut it. There it is. Is XRP retracing? Well, now it's at 40 cents. All right. So it's 40 cents, up 52%. And let me refresh just in case. Okay, it's 41.6. Ethereum at $520. And that just that's mind-blowing. I'm looking for Ethereum. Man, it's gonna be exciting to see Ethereum hit $1,000. That's gonna be crazy. Where is this market gonna be? When does XRP go back to $1? It's crazy. So all right. Let's see here. What's the time? Time check. All right, let's fly through this. 63 in the stream with us right now. Exciting to see everybody here. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed on the chain. We stream every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. and we do an amazing roundtable show. Chip and I co-host Chip on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. all Eastern Standard Time. Now, what is the Ripple General Counsel saying is dangerous? Well, close to losing global edge in crypto and blockchain technology, the U.S. Dangerous. It's dangerous. Got to be careful. Super, super dangerous. What is going on with the danger zone? The danger zone in their latest Ripple drop, and I could have put that up, but I like giving these guys a shout out. So got the Daily Hodl over there. What amazing news that Daily Hodl puts up on a regular basis. Yeah, I just love it. But on November 17th, that was 4 days ago, the Ripple General Counsel, Mr. Stu, says that U.S. regulators are dangerously close to pushing innovators out of the U.S. Why is he saying that? Because Ripple is thinking about leaving. And a lot of others will follow. So we got to see some changes. We got to get rid of the Bitcoms of the world. We can't have these antiquated people that are controlling government at all these different levels that have zero understanding of modern economics. They have zero understanding of economics. Do you think that someone sitting in the seat of politics, whether in the House or the Senate, that's been there for decades, gives one shit about your financial well-being? The answer is no, they do not. Morton, what is up, man? What is going on? Good to see you here. So that is the one thing that we have to be very cognizant of, is that, you know, you don't want, when things sound too good to be true, they always are too good to be true. When a government tells you that they want to give you something for free, don't take it. Don't take what they're offering. It's like the stranger on the side of the road that offers you candy. Don't take it. Turn around, kick them in the nuts, and run the other way. That's exactly what you got to do. So when the government is offering you something for free, the free handout, the free phones, the free money, the free education, kick them in the nuts and run the other way, because I guarantee you it's not free. And what they are doing on the other side of it, as they take all the money that you can potentially earn in the crypto space, can easily be taken through taxation in the form of capital gains. So 70 in the stream, we just had 76. As soon as I brought up something about kicking the government in the nuts, then then we see 6 people left. They didn't like that. So come on. Did you guys ever watch South Park? And they had what was that called? Russian Bowl or something like that. That was a great show. All right, time check. All right, cool. So that was the general counsel. We're done with that. What else was good here? What else is good? Because there's some other good stuff here. Oh, this was interesting. Now, I don't even know where I stand on this yet. We're losing a couple people. 66. Come on, guys. Where are you going? This is awesome. We got awesome stuff here. We got to keep the momentum, keeping it going over here. All right. Why are self-hosted wallets critical to the future of the crypto economy? Go read that article. This is on Blockchain Association put this out. It's all about, making sure that you're able to monitor and control your own money. But more importantly than that, when they talk about self-hosted wallets, they're talking about privacy. They're talking about peer-to-peer transactions, right? So when you talk about the US digital dollar that was dropped before by the Financial Services Committee through Maxine Waters, that wanted to control and regulate everything that you do, in this article here, they're talking about self-hosted wallets, whether it's online or in a USB format. I love the idea of a USB format, or some sort of a thing on your keychain. If you're not going to have it in your wallet, something you can carry around, something you can spend with real quickly, peer-to-peer. Chip, I want to send you money. I should have the freedom to send Chip 10 XRP if I want to give it to him through my own self-hosted wallet without going through any medium of exchange. That shouldn't happen. You don't need it. You have to be able to transact peer-to-peer and allow people to do that. That is the privacy element of being able to live within a society and within our own economics. So let's shift over to this real quick. What time is it? Time check. All right. We're getting there. We're almost there, because we're going to run out of time here in a second. XRP shifting to bull cycle. Check this out. This was 3 days ago, right? Nearly $1 targeting. So this is what another popular crypto strategist, I could broadcast that XRP to, grow by like 200%. But another crypto strategist, we're seeing all this from every element, people that are analyzing it from the crypto side, but then we're also looking at the momentum of what's going on outside of the crypto space from the typical mainstream investment arena that's all moving into the digital asset space. So we're looking at all the different elements here. But here, this strategist looked at a target of 80 to 92 cent range, which was a 173% increase from where it sat 3 days ago. Can it happen? Boom, 41 cents, 42 cents, 43 cents. Where are we going to be, Chip, on the round table? That's a question. So right now, all of us are here. We're talking about 41, 42 cents. Everyone's gathering tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with us, and we're going to get into this. We're going to do this live, Chip, because it's going to be crazy tomorrow night. All sorts of crazy stuff. right? Come on, guys. What is up, comedy? So, all right, let's see here. What time? Uh-oh. Time check. Boom. Europe planning its own e-currency. We already know that. This is old. Everyone wants their we're the digital leaders, digital laggers, blah, 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 Bloomberg, blah, blah, blah. The European Central Bank appears serious about a digital euro. Of course they're serious. They've been serious. It's been months and years of seriousness. Just because they say before they're looking at it, they're not sure about it. Come on. They know exactly what's going on. This is the battle of the digital age. That's exactly what is happening. So let's see. Do we want to pop this one up? That's not so exciting. Let's just end with this here. Here, hang on. We're going to end with this screen right here because we want to document this for all time. Look at that. Bitcoin right now, 9:01 a.m. on the 21st. We're wrapping up this stream. Ethereum's at 520. Bitcoin, let's refresh. Bitcoin is at 8. Look at that. We just made money. If you were invested in Bitcoin 2 seconds ago, it was at 18,737. It's now at 18,759, up 17.9%, almost 18% in the last 7 days. Ethereum up almost 14%. It's at 522. It's up huge. It's up over 150% since August. September timeframe. XRP is blowing through the glass ceiling finally at 55% growth in the past 7 days, 32% in the last 24 hours. The best, most well-known stable coin of all time that loves to sit in the 24-25 cent space is now broadening and opening its wings to hitting 41 cents with a 32% growth. Look at that. Nothing else is showing anything near 32% growth in the last 24 hours. How much further can it go up or can it go down? That's what we're going to see. So when we all get back together here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's what we're going to check out. That's what we want to know. And when Mullet is calling for an XRP meetup in St. Petersburg, Florida, December 2nd, 7 p.m. at Thirsty First. There you have it. There you have it. So we've got hit the likes and subscribe. Do what When Mullet said, because that's the most interesting. And 69 people now on the stream with us. Everybody's going to be back here tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we further dissect this stuff. You guys have an amazing day. We got to run out. We're going to go hit some balls, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.